Hiya, and welcome back to Monster Village, the game that teaches us that we're never ready. Real quick, got a late start because, honestly, I don't even know. Anyways, let's just hop right in. We're doing Koku, because I love him. I was feeling a bit lost, so I wanted to ask the Elder more about the village. He must be a busy man, but the housekeeper did tell me it is okay to visit. I just hope I won't get too intimidated. I mean, he is huge.
What is huge?
I turned around, and the merchant Dodogama greeted me with a confused look.
You okay, Asher? You're just standing there.
Oh, I wanted to visit the Elder because I didn't have any plans today.
I was about to talk to the Elder.
Really?
Dad finished this week's computation, so he asked me to get the Elder's approval on some items we will need before the feline traders set off.
Approval, huh? I wonder what these items are. I don't think it is food since they have a farm and it might not even be clothes because I saw a lot of fabric at the market. Then it must be, I'm guessing it's more materials and items for the town construction?
Yeah, how'd you know?
When I visited the construction site a few days ago, the houses looked like they were almost done, but I didn't see a lot of wood or sand piles. Usually there's a lot of these when it comes to construction, so I can only assume you would need more construction materials, but I wasn't sure which ones.
The felines can only carry so much, so we do get slowed down, and we don't want to burden them with too much heavy work.
Understandable. I still don't know how these creatures are able to fight terrifying monsters and still make it cute.
We should go in since I still need to ask the Elder for help.
Is it okay for me to be there too?
I don't see why not.
I missed the last two stream because my iPad was bugging, but it seemed fine now. On a great note, congratulations,
if that's
Party
the case,
Face,
because
Theta for 2K
I genuinely
subscribers.
don't pay attention to
you
that.
deserve it.
He has a body pillow of him. He has a Dakimakura. Well, shit, I do. Well, thank you for 2,000 subscribers, I guess. I don't know. He has a body... Does he have a body pillow of him?
I don't see why not. The Elder's really nice anyway.
Yeah. I don't really doubt that. BD? The fuck is... What's a BD? It's more like it should be a talk between confidential information.
Come on!
Coming! Guess I really didn't have much of a choice. I followed the blue Wavarian inside as we were both welcomed by the housekeeper. After we were sat down, we went through some details about the feline traders while we wait for the Elder. Since I did not have much to do, I just sat there and listened to both of them talk.
So, Dad wanted to request if there are other things we can sell and trade with the outside so that we can get materials much easier.
Yeah, I need to ask Meowster about it. He said he has per lands for a new item, but I was not informed about anything yet.
So might be something still needs to perfect if he hasn't told you yet. You know the Elder. He always keeps things to himself if the Elder is still unsure.
Meow.
Don't mind me joining in. I do want to ask a few things about the trading part.
A question? What'd you like to know?
Well, this. Showed both of them a few zennies in my pocket, and they immediately picked it up and examined them. Is this what they call a merchant's eye? How do they get blindsided when it comes to currency?
It makes sense why you would have this since you are from the outside world.
That's right, yeah. I did see these when I was washing your clothes, yeah.
His clothes?
It was too big, yeah. And heavy.
Big? Heavy?
Stop talking about my clothes!
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Could have phrased these differently. But my question was about if you guys ever use this.
Not in the village.
What do you mean?
I forgot to mention it.
Let me take over. To start, we do use any for purchasing items outside the village. We can't really just live off of trading jams and leaves. So my dad keeps his any we can use for buying materials and goods and gives them to the feline traders when we send them off.
That does make sense. Wouldn't it be easier if the currency circulated around the village?
That's what we thought of at first, too. Then we realized none of us can actually go leave the village and use them, and it just circulates back to my dad. But after consideration, my dad believes that as long as we share and distribute all the items we need, we won't have a problem. Everyone helps each other in some way, and that is already payment enough for us. We are family, after all.
I see. Now it makes much more sense, since none of the villagers actually have any use for currency. There is no use for being rich or just having it. Hearing about this makes me really happy I did find a village that supports itself through its people. That is actually hard to find nowadays. Did not expect more guests today.
Ah! Elder!
The large elder dragon heavily walked in and sat down beside his housekeeper. How can I help you both?
I brought the book and a list of items we would be needing in the next few weeks. We can probably finish 2 more houses in a month, but after talking to the chief, we can push them to be finished sooner. As long as our best workers actually finish things on time.
Then young Leo and Jin have big shoes to fill. Yeah, I feel like they're always getting the short end nowadays.
Oh, Elder, I'd also ask if there is anything else that we can trade off since our sales of gem have lowered in the past weeks. Is there anything else we can sell?
Tell your father I am talking to a few others of our family for ideas. We will need more time, but you can send the traders early to stay on schedule.
Thank you, Elder. That is it for me, so I'll be returning home now. What about you, Asher? Do you have anything to do?
I don't really have anything planned, so I wanted to visit the elder. It is very kind of you, young Asher. However, I do have plans today regarding this new item we will sell, and we'll be meeting them elsewhere. I understand, elder. Well, that was a flop, but then again, Koku is looking at me smiling. Then you should accompany young Koku here. I'm sure he has a lot of questions.
You should!
Not even hiding it. Sure, I can accompany you. If you excuse both of us then, elder. Once we bid our goodbyes, Koku led me to one of the more side areas of the village and sat down on some stumps as he pretty much looks at me with gleaming eyes. I guess you want to know more things about the outside.
Of course!
I know he's excited, but he looks too excited even for my tastes. He's giving Konosuke. Like, Koku is genuinely giving Konosuke right now. Please tell me you know who Konosuke is. Like, I will... I will call myself a fucking boomer if at least if no one knows who Konosuke is. I will call myself a fucking boomer right now. Yes! Yes! He is! Here, let me write it in chat real quick. Yes, he's the Tanuki. He's the Tanuki. And that is the energy that Koku is giving. Yeah, Konosuke. Yeah, I'm not a boomer. I know he's excited, but he looks too excited even for my tastes. He does look cute when he looks like this. I guess I can entertain him for a bit about, what do I actually tell him? I don't really mind talking about the outside world, but I don't know what you want to know about. I think the feline traders have already told you most things.
I understand why you would think that, but they told me mostly about the trading world. That's why I want to know about the hunting world, too. Ah! Shh!
I immediately held the Dodogama's mouth shut after shouting. Don't scream the word hunting. The other villagers might have a wrong impression about me and I don't want to get chased out. I slowly let go of his mouth, making him look a little surprised by my sudden movement. Might be instinct, but being here just feels like I'm still walking on eggshells about the whole hunter thing. I just can't really risk anything.
Sorry.
We can talk about that in private or somewhere safe.
Okay.
But is there anything you would like to ask or talk about? So it was really just about hunting.
Oh, I know. Can you tell me more about my own species?
Your own species? Oh, you mean Dodogamas.
Dodogama?
You and your dad are both classified as Dodogamas. Dodogamas actually live in cooler areas of volcanic locations. We're not sure why, but it is said that it likes to sleep.
Does it mean I also might like sleeping?
Not necessarily. The chief did tell me your monster reflection does affect your growth and lifestyle, but you can't really do anything the monster normally does.
I wonder what makes me special then. What can Dodogamas do?
Let's see. They usually can expand their stomachs and store molten rocks as a defense mechanism.
Ah, so they are not predators.
Not exactly. Dodogamas can actually attack other predators, but their main source of food are rocks and ores. Sometimes we also scavenge these drops since they make for good materials. The stomach of a Dodogama has a perfect temperature of a blacksmith's furnace.
But
Don't eat that rock.
I might be able to.
Just don't. Seriously, please. You holding that large rock in your hands is concerning me. He's so crazy. I love him.
Fine.
He then threw the rock in the river as it made a large splash sound. That just made me even more worried if he ate that thing. He might be the smallest Wyverian I met here, but he's still large for his size.
Can you just tell me more about my species?
That I can do. I spent pretty much the remainder of the day talking about Dodogamas with Koku. He listened very intently, but was also making me too worried for trying to eat rocks and attempting to breathe fire. God damn it. I mean, even if he can, he shouldn't do this near a wooden house, much less the forest, keeping them safe. When it was getting late, I bid the curious Dodogama goodnight and went back home. As usual, the housekeeper greeted me back and gave me some food. He quickly left everything and went back to his master's side. I ate some dinner and got ready for bed. Before I get some sleep, I should probably take notes on what I did today. I guess for today, I pretty much hung out with Koku. Let me see. That should do it. Time to get some sleep. Be sure to spend some time with your preferred villager, Koku! I fucking love Koku! I don't know why, like, I love Jin. I love them all for different reasons. Yeah, I love them all for different reasons. I love Leo because he looks like he's a lot of fun to hang out with. I love Jin because, I mean, come on, take one look at him. I fucking love him. I love Koku because he gives off squirrel energy. I love Joseph because Dilf. I love Ridge because he's an artist type. And I love Runin because
it's time to drink water.
If you want an idea on why I love Runin, take what Katz says and tone it down by 11, and you'll have exactly why. I wonder what I should do today. Tasty! Koku! I wonder where's Koku? It's been 15 minutes now. I was about to head out earlier when the housekeeper asked if I wanted to check out the feline traders before they leave for another week. I didn't really have a plan, so I said yes to almost immediately. The housekeeper told me to meet Koku in the market. While waiting, I was just looking around the stores here and there.
Sorry.
The large bouncing Dodogama ran towards me. He crouched and held his knees with his hands while panting.
Hey there.
Maybe catch your breath first. The round wyvern breathes a bit more before standing up straight.
I'm sorry for being a bit late. Ridge suddenly barged in, so the elder had to talk to him in private.
Ridge?
They had to talk for a bit, so we had to wait for a little longer. But the elder said that everything is okay now, I hope.
Oh, what happened with the elder and Ridge? Should I have maybe checked up on them?
I know you might be worried for him, but Ridge is a good guy. You don't need to worry, because the elder said everything is fine.
Well, I guess you're right. If Koku said that the elder himself handled everything, I guess I should let it be. Besides, housekeeper told me that the felines are about to leave for trading.
Yeah, they're about to leave for tomorrow, so Dad asked me to check up on them one more time. Speaking of them...
Oh. Two more felines approached Koku. One of them was black and white patterned feline with folded ears. The other looks the opposite with an orange fur color and sharp eyes. They're also wearing similar looking outfits. I guess these are two of the feline traders then.
Hey, Tomo. Hey, Mato.
Hi, young master. Yeah. Huh? Who's this person?
He's Asher. He works for the guild and checking out our village.
Nice to meet you, Asher.
Welcome to our village. Yeah.
Aren't they just cute?
Yeah, they are.
Young Master, that's embarrassing, yeah.
Tomo says that, but he actually appreciates the attention, yeah.
Macho, huh?
I'm wanting to do the Mickey Mouse voice. It's true, nya. You're more excited about the human, nya.
Meow.
Mato keeps teasing Tomo about being too excited. I guess I can understand why he would be too embarrassed, but I'm not sure why about me. Tomato. Which reminds me.
Yeah?
You just called Koku Young Master, right?
Ah, I guess I didn't say anything about that yet. Tomo and Mato are actually the head feline traders of the village. Dad chose them because they can move really fast.
So I guess that makes your dad the master and you the young master?
I'm still not used to that.
It is very common for felines to actually imprint on a human or Wavarian. I guess it is part of their instincts. Thank you. Too. It just shows they were really grateful for you and your dad. We keep telling ya.
Young Master is also shy, yeah.
I don't need to hear that coming from you, Tomo. Let's just go to my house.
Lead the way, young master. No, you too! Koku stomped off pouting while both the feline traders laughed. I caught up to him and we all went to his house. On the way, Koku explained that his dad had some errands to do with Chief, so it means we shouldn't touch anything. Guess he is still a bit worried about all the papers on the floor. Once we got in his house, we all tried to make sure we aren't stepping on paper. Koku led us to the chair, so we sat down to talk.
So... we're here to listen to some stories!
Stories? Young Meowster asks us to tell them stories when we return and before we leave. Oh, okay. Didn't expect to be here too, but I guess it makes sense, as I was from outside. Koku must have been itching to ask.
Master forbids young Master to leave the village, so we try to help him, huh?
Koku looks worried now. Guess talking about his dad makes him worried and scared. But I can kind of understand where his dad is coming from. What should I tell him? Convince him through logic, encourage him to be patient, or agree with his father. Tomatoes. Tomato. Yeah, probably the middle one. Actually, let me save real quick. Right there. Put Koku upside down speed. When I wanted to be a Scrivener, my family was also worried. I can understand where Garu is coming from, but Koku's not Garu. Koku, I know you really want to explore. Just try to be patient until the time is right. You just need to show your dad and everyone in the village you can handle yourself.
Yeah!
When I wanted to be a Scrivener, my family was also really worried. They tried their best to keep me around, but it's never fun to just keep reading, you know? It was never really fun only reading in the first place. When I got into plants, I always get sleepy reading about them, but I never get tired when looking and studying a real one.
Right! I get what you mean. Dad and the felines don't mind me reading all about the outside world, but it's different when I'm actually seeing it. I just don't want to know more. I want to see more.
See more, huh? Really wonder if it is possible one day.
That's why the young Master asks us to procure trinkets, nya.
Right, nya. Some trinkets are extra fun from our trip, nya. Young Meowster always has a big smile, nya.
Yeah!
Then you better prove to your dad that you can gather these trinkets on your own one day. For now, we just need to be patient, and when you can leave, I will be more than glad to accompany you.
Thanks, Asher. That's really reassuring.
The round Dodogama jumps with glee while the two felines give me a huge smile too. They got closer to Koku. Yay!
Maybe we should talk about it next time.
Oh, sure.
I want to hear more from Tomo and Mato before they leave. What story do you have for me?
Nya, we have met a new friend in the city. A new friend?
Yes, nya. We were looking for more from your trades, but Master got lost, nya.
Meow. I did not.
He was crying so hard the other humans gave us some Felvine, nya.
Felvine?
It's a type of herb that a lot of felines love.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Now that I think about it, we never really talked about what Felvine tastes like. I mean, it is said it just tastes like herbs, but doesn't have the healing capability of one.
But anyway, who is the friend?
We did not ask him, yeah.
Aw, that's too bad. Maybe we'll meet again when you visit the city.
Meow, I want to shake his paw before showing us the way, but he was in such a rush, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. He said he's a Polico.
I've heard of them. They're brave felines that have been licensed by the guild to hunt along other hunters. They said that only a few of them are strong enough to be an ally hunter.
You're right on the Zenny, Koku, but did you know there are even felines that can actually hunt by themselves?
There are?
There are very few, and I haven't met one yet. They're called prowlers. Unlike felines and hunters, they can be very resourceful and have known to challenge elder dragons to keep the villages safe.
So cool, yeah.
I can fight monsters too.
Aren't you just crying about getting lost in the streets?
Young Meowster!
But you kept holding on to my tail, yeah.
We spent the rest of the day listening to both the feline traders talk about their recent adventures. The more Tomo and Mato talked, the more Koku's eyes lit up. Once it was getting late, I bid the two felines and Dodogama goodnight. Koku said he wanted to talk to them more while waiting for his dad. I know I've been telling him to stay for now, but with his curiosity, it might be better to at least take him somewhere. Wonder what he like. I let that idea marinate for now while I went home. Felines never lie. Why would a cat lie to you? That is a fucking lie right there. Felines do lie. Cats lie. Wonder what I should do today. Tasty! Cats have every reason to lie to you. Ugh. And done. Finally finished writing the report I was putting off too much. It was the right move to do my report and waiting outside. The fresh air and seeing all the villagers helps keep me inspired. Doing this makes me feel like I was back in training. I know I'm not really that good in hunting, but I know damn well I'm not going to let this report be half-hearted. Because I'm a guild scrivener. The fuck are you shouting about this early? Ah! Dude, you're way too easily startled that it's worrying. You jumped out on me! What are you doing here? Just leaving the house. A damn toothpick stopped by and... Toothpick? You know, Ruinen. Oh yeah, I know him. What happened? Fucked up my peace and quiet, that's what happened! Check it out for yourself, but you better bring armor. Armor? I'm gonna go to the Elder. It's calmer and less thorny there. Sure? Damn fuckers! With one last curse, he stomped off in the direction of the Elder's house. I am curious about what is happening there, but is it nosy for me to go there? Yes. I actually hope I don't need armor. I carefully placed all my stationery back in the bag. With a nervous step, I walked to the direction of the farm. I arrive at the farm, and for some reason, it feels extremely tense. I tried looking around, and... What the... As if on instinct, I quickly checked the door, and a... chair? Asshole! Just admit you planned this! And I keep telling your stupid-ass brain that I didn't! What's going on in there? I immediately moved the chair away and ran inside. It was a mess. The table has been flipped with one leg missing, some cabinets missing their doors, and even broken glass on the floor. Look over to a corner, and I saw both Ruinen and Joseph going at each other while baring their fangs. Oh my. Titties. This is where we die. Joseph's eyes and mouth are seething with dragon element, while Ruinen's spikes seems larger than before. The chief said that true variants have features of the monster they are resembling. And it is on full display right in front of me. You're still playing the good guy? What the fuck is wrong with you? Brain like a monster too? You disrespectful piece of shit, you came in and started screaming. You don't deserve fucking respect. Not after you lied and sabotaged me in front of the Elder. I ain't did shit. I gave you what you wanted and that's it. It's your fault it got out of hand. Why, you shit-talking pickle. I did say titties. Got something else to say over a sized lump of coal? Guys, the two large wyverns kept bumping their chests against each other with no restraints. If I don't do anything, they might destroy the house. But what should I do? Are we asking Ruinen or Joseph? Fucking Cole versus Pickle. Who wins? Pickle Rick. He literally turned himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen. Alright, let's help Runen. Runen, what do you mean it's his fault? What did he do? This fucker lied to me and lied to you. What would I get from doing that shit? Joseph, let the lump of coal talk. Let Runen talk first. The stupid the stupid pickle gave me rotten fruit. I'll never get over that. Oh. What? I didn't give you rotten fruit. I told you to use it when you get home. It's too fucking late now. I used up the last of my ingredients of that batch. It's not my fault. You were forgetful. And you barged into my home. I see what happened now. So Runen got some wishberries last week, but when he made it, it was already rotten. This is a huge problem if they don't have any ingredients to make a new batch. The two wyverns kept throwing insults at each other. I need to separate them somehow. No, I'm not strong enough to pull them apart, but... I just came up with an idea, but... Never mind that. I need to do this now. Stop it, you two! Slammed my body between the both of them and pushed them apart with my arms and legs. Grabbed their chests and kept pushing them away from each other. Once I look up, they have this shocked but also embarrassed look to them. They stopped growling and moved away from each other. Joseph sat on his chair while Runen leaned in on a wall. Please stop acting like children. I think I understand what happened. Can I just try to explain so that both of you can be on the same page? And if I am ever wrong, can you let me know by explaining? My ears still hurt from both of you. They're just glaring at each other. This is so nerve-wracking. I don't know if it's because they both look and act like high-ranked monsters, or they're just big-bodied. Hey, son, you're drooling there. Ah! Sorry. If you were hungry, you should have just said something. I'm not. To start, maybe, let me explain what you guys told me. Runen asked for some wishberries from Joseph, but after a week, they were starting to rot. But what Runen said, the berries he got before lasted longer than the recent batch. What makes me curious is, how did you not notice they were spoiling? Usually when fruits start to rot, they change their texture and even feel too squishy. How should I know? The berries looked the same when I got them. It's this asshole that decided to give me already rotting fruit! That doesn't make sense. When fruits rot, they don't really look or stay the same. In fact, they turn dark or start producing more pulp. Unless... Joseph? Do wishberries only rot from within? Within? Noticed it when I was looking at the wishberries earlier. They have a very juicy and refreshing taste, which means that they're filled with liquid. But fruits with a lot of liquid in them needs a stronger casing. That means the wishberries spoil like juice. The liquid starts to ferment, but the outer case remains strong. Yeah, you scriveners in your observation. And this proves that he did it on purpose! You fucking... No! Huh? Actually, this proves that he didn't know either. Probably only noticed recently and was too worried to tell you, or he was just not sure. Oh. I had a hunch, but we always prepared wishberries the same way, so I don't know if it's me or something else. And that begs the question. Why now? What changed recently that this recent batch was affected? It is still my fault. Huh? Ever since that Tigrex started living here, I've been trying to teach him how to work the farm. Ridge? Working? Ah, right, you wouldn't know. Ridge started living with me as asked by the elder. I haven't taken care of the ones growing, so I was worried it would be late. So when Ridge came here, I also harvested young wishberries to reach the deadline. And those young wishberries have a shorter shelf life. I get it now! So I am sorry if I didn't tell you. I was too... You better be sorry. Runen then looked at me, gave a small huff, and looked back at Joseph. But it's fine. You're lucky I'm in a good mood, so you better be grateful. Can't you just say you want to look good in front of Asher? What? Youth these days can't tell your feelings. Aren't you the one who didn't say anything? Watch it, son. You're on thin ice still. Jumping in between both of us earlier. What were you thinking? Unless... Joseph then gave a sly smile and a wink. You two are too big for me, and I can't push you two apart with my hands. You know I am covered in spikes. Except the front. So that's why I thought it was okay. Except the front, huh? Now Runen gave a huff with a smile. What am I getting myself into? Anyway, what should we do about the wishberries? No, I'll just talk to the elder about it. We still need to work something out anyway. He might have a good idea on what to do. I'll come with you later. I just need to, you know. Joseph gestured to the rest of his house, with furniture broken and everything is on the floor. Yeah. I'll help clean this up. It's the least I can do. You sure, son? You already did a lot for both of us. You should be grateful I'm even allowing you to leave early. The heck does that mean? And I am fine. I really want to help, and with 3 people, it should go faster. Thanks, son. Where's my thanks? You caused this, so it's your responsibility to help. His house, his rules. You're not getting any special treatment from me. I tried. It took the entire day to fix everything in the cabin. Even I was surprised by the amount of damage the room went through. Every now and then, I'd find some spikes that fell off of Runen stuck on like a wall or chair. It really makes me wonder how much of the villagers act according to their monster counterpart. I mean, both are extremely angry, but I'm just glad everything is finally sorted out. Once we're done, it was already sundown, so Runen needed to rush back to the Elder. I bid both of them goodbye as I went back home to finally rest my body. Not gonna lie, being squished between both of them was nice, but not really worth it. Maybe it is. Everyone has a secret, don't force yourself to know. What's your secret? Just kidding. I don't want to know. I wonder what I should do today. Tasty! I'm never going to stop doing that. Yesterday was too hectic even for me. Aside from feeling a bit sore, my ears still feel like it's ringing after hearing those two shouting at each other. Was it their first fight or something? I'm pretty sure if we ever hear this in a forest, hunters might investigate it. Maybe Runen needs some time to cool off. I think I need to clear my head too. I wonder where I should go today to relax, huh? I see 2 familiar faces walking towards me. It's Koku and Joseph! The small Dodogama, at least in comparison to Joseph, waves his arms and ran towards me. Hey, Koku. You look happy.
I got a new addition to my collection.
Collection? The traders got back. Felines gave him whatever that thing is. Thing? Koku then showed me the item he got. It's like a cage with a nest in the center. The shape reminds me of something I read in one of the reports back at the guild. If I remember correctly, they were used for scout flies.
You know what these are for?
It's the first time I'm seeing one too. These are for containing scout flies. Unnecessary endemic life for expedition hunters.
Oh, so they're used to house bugs.
That's what they're used for. Memory serves me right, yeah. So they're not for caging. But Koku's too happy and opened it for me, so. Joseph's into BDSM confirmed. Just kidding, maybe. Were you saying something? Nothing. Just thinking out loud. If you say so. What do you have there? It smells strong. Point to the sack over his shoulder. This? Feeling's got more herbs for me, and the elder asked me to plant them. Seems like a lot of work. Compared to yesterday, this is calming for me. Joseph gave a large sigh. I know what he means, though. After that fiasco yesterday, he needs to de-stress too.
You don't have to worry. Mr. Joseph really loves farming. He's actually very happy.
Koku? How many times do I have to tell you to stop adding Mr.? Just Joseph is fine.
Yeah, but my dad...
Right. Gar always insists on using honorifics.
But Asher, are you available? Wanna hang out? Wanna hang out at my place?
Huh? That's really sudden. I don't mind, of course, but what about Joseph? Don't you need help with farming? This is a lie. You kids go on ahead.
You heard him. Come on!
Ah! Wait! Bye, Joseph. I waved Joseph goodbye as I was dragged away by the small Dodogama. I didn't expect him to be quite strong. Koku was too excited as we immediately rushed to his home. We pretty much got there in less than a minute.
I'm back!
Welcome back, son. You're here too, Asher. Sorry for the intrusion, Garu. Don't be, you're always welcome here, kid. I can only imagine my son dragged you here again. I ain't surprised at this point because he keeps yapping about you. Really?
Dad! He'll be in my room.
That'll be your working. Don't be too hard on my son, alright? Yeah.
Come on!
Alright. Coming in. Looking inside feels like a warehouse. Books, materials, and tools decorate the interior. Not gonna lie, as a scrivener, I do feel a bit jealous with all the trinkets here. With a skip and a step, the Dodogama carefully placed a scoutfly cage on his shelves. You weren't kidding when you said collection. He gave a bashful smile.
Tomo and Macho always give me something whenever they return.
Still, I wonder where they get them. I wonder if they can get something for me, too.
He said some of them are from other felines.
Other felines?
I don't know the details. Maybe you can ask him next time.
Thanks, Koku.
Come here. I want to show you what I have so far.
Koku picked up a book from his shelf and handed it to me.
The traders were able to get me a lot of books about the word, and I started to read them almost every night. Reminds me, actually, I might need to ask Mr. Jin if he needs another book to borrow.
I do a lot of reading myself, but I think you're more committed to reading than me. You also have a lot of things there besides books.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites.
He pointed at the large ore deposit. It has a bright blue shine and seems like it is polished every day. My instincts tell me what it is, too. Macalite ore.
So it is Macalite. I wasn't sure before because all I did was read about it.
But it is impressive how it is kept. Usually hunters try to just break it off, but you actually kept it in the rocks.
I think it looks more beautiful like this. I know the chief has a lot of it in the storage room, but nature is pretty as is.
It's rare to meet someone with that mindset. Then again, you are a Wavarian.
Is it true that Wavarians and hunters don't get along?
I don't think so, but I get what you mean. Wavarians tend to think more about the natural balance of things, and they think that humans are too hasty. I don't blame them since they live for over hundreds of years. But the guild also has Wavarian supporters.
If I were a normal Wavarian, would I get along with hunters?
Koku, you are a Wavarian.
Oh, right. I completely forgot.
I've been wondering, though, what is that?
I wasn't sure either. I just found this floating in the river.
Why is it on a pedestal?
Oh, it's glass.
Glass? Koku handed me the round object. It felt heavy, but also I noticed it is actually see-through, kind of. While gently flipping it around, I noticed something about it. There was a button and a click sound which opened the ball up.
Whoa, how did you do that?
I think this might be an older version of a bomb casing.
A bomb?
Don't worry, it's empty, but I did read about it before. Hunters use bomb casings to make custom throwing bombs on the hunt. We don't really use them anymore except on some occasions, but I think this is even older than that.
So it is a rare find.
Guess so, yeah.
Hunters are so interesting.
What do you want to know so much about hunters?
Well, I guess it is because they save lives. They risk theirs for people they don't even know about. Not only that, they always travel all around the world, seeing and experiencing history, making moments.
Aren't you scared of hunters?
Maybe a little. That won't stop me from doing my best to see the world.
I see. They do say ignorance is bliss, but maybe now is not the best time to know that even hunters fail at their missions.
Oh, what about this one?
One at a time, I'll explain them if you actually let me.
Yay!
I spent the rest of the day just talking to Kobu about all his items. Still can't help but feel very jealous about his collection. I had to hold myself back from taking a few things. Once I finally explained everything not glued down in his room, I was finally allowed to go home. I bid Garu good night, but I think he is too engrossed in his work. Regardless, I think I'll be sleeping heavily tonight. A human and a monster. Can we really get along? I think we can. Gawu. And done! That took way longer than expected. I already started on my report for the guild. I needed to polish it a bit more since it didn't sound right when I was writing it. This might be a lot of work, but I am far from done if I want this village to be safe from the hunters. It's already been a week, huh? Usually a village inspection only takes around less than a week, and yet here I am. Placed all my materials in my bag and tucked it in a corner. Still try to hide the fact I'm a hunter, too. I mean, I'm not really, but it just feels wrong to keep hiding from the villagers. Ugh! All this thinking is just giving me a headache. What I should do today? Huh?
Asher, are you there?
Ah, come in. The small feline housekeeper greeted me with his usual smile and wagging tail. You look very happy today. Did something good happen?
The waterfall!
The waterfall?
Meowster and the chief is now allowing every Nyan to swim near the waterfall.
Oh. Yeah. You look excited. Last I checked, felines are scared of water.
We are, but Meowster helped me get over it, Nya. Meowster also asked if I can help wash him, Nya.
Okay. He looks too happy for that, but I guess to each their own? I don't know. Well, if you're this excited, why are you here? Shouldn't you be swimming with the elder?
Yeah, Meowster asked me if you want to swim.
Swim?
You can go first, but you need to be joined by a villager, yeah. That's what Meowster told me. Meowster wants to know if you can invite someone in the village, yeah.
Someone I can go with, huh? I can only think of one guy who might be interested.
Yeah, that's great. When you've decided, you should pick them up and see me at the elder's house, yeah.
Sure, I'll be there. Housekeeper bowed before leaving, off to return to his master. That's the only option. I should probably tell Koku about this. He has been looking forward to this for days now. Just remember him hearing about it for the first time too. He looks really cute. Wonder how I would kiss him. His mouth is pretty big. And his body. I want to hug him and find out. Anyway, better get going then if I'm going to invite Koku. Once I was done preparing what I need to bring, I head out to Koku's place. I had to bring some simple things like spare underwear and clothes in case mine got wet. Hang on. Let me make sure NSFW is disabled. Alright. I need to remind Koku as well if he'll be joining me. Once I made sure I have everything, I walked up to the door and knocked on it. Is anyone home? Hello? Just a second. Fucking... That sounded like Garu falling over. Is he okay?
Dad, are you okay? Here, let me... Ah!
Son! Stand up! Are you hurt anywhere? Stay with me.
I'm fine. I just fell a bit hard. The door.
Oh, right. What the hell did I just hear? Honestly, I'm pretty sure the two Dodogamas fell on the floor. Then again, their place is a bit messy. Maybe they would need some help cleaning up later on. After another minute, the door finally opens to a very tired-looking Dodogama. That's you. Asher, right? How can I help? I was hoping if I can talk to Koku. Koku needs medical help right now. I was about to call the felines. Medical help?
Dad! Please stop making a scene. I just fell on the floor.
What if you suddenly got an infection or worse? Internal bleeding!
I can walk fine. Jeez.
Well, just be sure I'm calling the felines to check on you.
But Dad, I just... And he's gone. Sorry I had to see that. Dad is a bit too overprotective of me.
I think calling him overprotective is kind, with the way he acted and all.
Yeah. But anyway, I heard you were looking for me.
Oh, right. I was gonna ask if you want to join me for the waterfall. The elder gave me permission to swim there first, and...
Really? I can join you?
Yeah...
Okay, I'll join you at the waterfall. Oh my god, I feel so excited! Is this how it feels to give your felines Felvine?
I guess. Well, we better head to the elder's house and...
Oh, wait. Eh? I gotta wait for my dad.
Your dad? What for?
He would only worry more if I suddenly leave. I don't want another incident to happen.
Incident?
I'll tell you when we go to the waterfall, but I want to ask something.
Sure. Want anything?
Why did you choose you to swim at the waterfall first? Isn't that a bit too dangerous?
Yeah, I'm not sure, actually. Might ask the elder.
Must be because you're from the outside world.
You think so?
The elder really likes to let people do their jobs. Maybe the elder thought you wanted to see it for yourself.
Well, whatever the reason, I'm still inviting you.
I'll just head to the elders when Dad comes back.
It might be a while if he was that panicked over a fall.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget to bring spare clothes and a towel.
Asher, please. You're acting like Dad right now. I'll see you later.
Okay, see ya. I waved the Dodogama goodbye and headed straight to the elder's house. Didn't notice it before, but I was actually speed walking too. Guess I was too excited. Once I arrive, I notice the elder's housekeeper outside trying to catch a butterfly.
Meow! Meow!
Should I even bother him?
Meow!
Yeah, he noticed me.
Asher, how have you been standing?
How long have you been standing there, Nya? Maybe a few minutes?
Yeah.
About the waterfall.
Yeah! You found someone? Meowster wants to talk to Nya.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Meowster, he is here.
Hey, young Asher. See, I found someone in the village who trusts you. When I asked who I can invite, I immediately thought of Koku. But Elder, Koku asked me earlier, why did you choose me to be the first? Young Asher, do you think humans can get along with us true Avarians? If I keep thinking about this when I made my report too. Humans are very easy to jump to conclusions. Even I tried to run away when I first met the Elder. Or react to that. What more if they are not members of the guild? I wonder what I should say. Young Asher, please do not worry. I do not need an answer as it may be too early to tell. That's because I have a wish for humans and true Avarians. It might not happen within my life, but I wish the villagers to be safe and happy. Elder, what worries me now is that these villagers love the village too much. What do you mean? If we were to be threatened, every villager would stay and protect the village and run away. I understand the worry of the Elder. If the Hunters Guild ever marches here armed and hostile, it would be a massacre. But I am sorry, I do not want to scare you like that, young Asher. You're not here to solve my problems. You should go into the waterfall with young Koku. Follow the river upstream and you'll find it. Thank you, Elder. Also, if you need any kind of assistance, please let me know. You have all been so kind to me, and I want to return the favor in any way I can. Thank you, young Asher. You may join young Koku outside. Thank you, Elder. I'll be going now. Stood up from the floor and gave the Elder a bow as I left. I'm not sure what he meant by danger, but I guess he might have sensed something. Elders have this kind of foresight from my experience in visiting other villages. I shook myself awake, trying to ground myself back to the present. There's no need to think about it right now. Especially since I don't want to keep Koku waiting. To my surprise, when I went out, Koku was already waiting for me there, too. Koku was just standing there, playing with the same butterfly the housekeeper was trying to catch before. Once again, I'm stuck in this dilemma of not knowing if I should bother him or not.
Asher, what are you doing here?
Koku, you told me to meet you here.
Right.
You know you shouldn't be too embarrassed about playing with the butterfly.
I wasn't. I was just studying it.
Right. You were literally chuckling like a feline.
Anyway, what did the Elder say?
Yeah, he told me to just follow the river upstream. It might be a bit of a hike.
Yeah. Let's go!
Wait! No time for waiting! Let's go! Koku immediately ran towards the river. One of the guys excited, but he is moving a bit too fast here. Coming! Tried to catch up to the Dodogamo Wavarian. He has a big body, but for some reason he is really quick today. Wasn't he out of breath the other day with Tomo and Mato? Regardless, once I reached up to him, he started to walk a bit slower now. Looking at the ground, I can also see fresh tracks. Looks like someone has been walking through here several times now, making a small dirt road. I don't know how I would notice it. Obviously, Garu, Gerald, and their team were inspecting the area and checking it out. I look back every now and then, and I notice Koku looking up. Hey, Koku, you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. Why?
Well, I guess you just looked so deep in thought.
Did I? Maybe it's because I was trying to remember something.
Remember?
Ah, I forgot to tell you. I've been to the waterfall before.
You have?
Are you surprised? My dad is a head merchant after all.
Oh, right. Completely forgot about that just now. It does make sense that Koku wanted to see the waterfall as soon as he wants.
Stopped me from swimming last time I was there. But this time, I can swim all I want! You're gonna love the waterfall. It's really pretty.
I expect it to be. By the way, how did your dad take the news about you coming here and all?
Oh,
I immediately stopped in my tracks. Don't tell me you...
I asked for permission. He didn't really want me to go with you alone.
He didn't?
My dad saw me fell and immediately called the feline medics.
But...
Don't worry about it. I wanted to hang out with you too.
Really? Wait. You're gonna be asking me more questions, are you? Last time you asked me so much, I was starting to get confused with my left from my right.
I'm not. And was it really that bad?
Koku? Before you let me go, you kept asking me how do hunters eat so much food.
And now I know.
Koku.
It's fine. I just want to be with you today.
But back to your dad. Won't he be, angry at me for this?
He won't. I just need to get back before it's late. Plus, I did promise him that this is also training for me to get my appraisal skills up.
Appraisal, huh?
It's a useful skill for us. We can know how much something costs even without seeing the item before.
That just sounds extremely difficult. I don't think I even have that skill as a scrivener.
I'm sure you can do something that fits as a scrivener. All it just need is some hard work.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Oh, look! We're here!
Didn't expect it to be this close, but it might just be because we were talking a lot that the time goes by fast. I was hearing the sound of the waterfall too. I walked past the trees and bushes, then I was greeted by a wonderful sight.
We're here!
Whoa. The sight in front of me is really beyond words. It was so beautiful, even I was surprised this kind of area exists nearby the village. The rushing water and the amazing view, this looks like something you can find in a children's story. I've had my share of amazing views from my training days, but none looked as naturally beautiful as this. I was about to talk to Koku, but I noticed him running towards me in his swimwear.
Stop staring!
Sorry. I just think you look cute in that. But how do you change so fast?
Oh, I was wearing it before I left.
Is that safe? Koku gives a shrug and a huff.
I don't know, as long as I get to swim.
But what about your... Look over to the side and saw his clothes were pretty much just all over the place. Some were even thrown in the bushes. I gave him a look of disappointment while also looking at his clothes. Koku.
I'll get that later.
Do it now, otherwise you won't be able to find everything.
You know, Asher, you're really starting to sound like my dad.
It's only gonna take a minute! Jeez.
Fine.
I'll check the water on how deep it is.
You gonna swim first? That's not fair.
Koku! I'm not sure if he's doing this on purpose or not. I should inspect the water first if it is safe for both of us. Moved my slippers and took a step forward. Ouch!
Asher, are you okay?
I'm fine, just stepped on a rock or something.
Even the world wants me to swim first.
I said I was not swimming! Are you done there yet?
Almost.
Lifted it up and was surprised to see what this object was. Is this my Scrivener's badge? Didn't even notice it was gone from my clothes. Looking at the finer details, I can really confirm this is mine. Put away the badge in my bag and pinned it on the inside to make sure it won't get lost again. I wiped my foot where I stepped on it and approached the water. It was comfortably warm and the clear color is really beautiful. Once I finished looking at the water, I turned around to see the Dodogama tiptoeing towards me.
Ah! I wasn't.
At least let me accuse you of something first. He was definitely going to push me in. Let me remove my clothes first.
Are you mad?
I'm not. I guess I'm just surprised to see this side of you.
Side of me?
Like, playful and stuff.
My dad says that sometimes too. Said I got it from my mom.
Your mom? Actually, I never met her before.
You might not ever. She's gone now. Died from a severe illness. We don't have any medical help before, so it was really hard for her to stay up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I remember her fondly. She'd have loved talking to you too.
Can you tell me more about her?
I can tell you when we swim.
Oh, right. You go in first.
Finally gave up your spot.
Just get in before I push you in.
Yeah. Okay.
Koku jumped in the water, making a heavy splash. Looked over to the side and saw Koku's clothes folded half-heartedly. I should just enjoy myself. Removed my clothes as well and changed to some spare shorts. I walked back to the water and dove in. The water was perfectly warm and clean. I rose up and tried wiping my eyes. Once I can see, I heard Koku calling for me. I'm not even sure what I was looking at. Looks like he is swimming. Is that even called swimming? Koku is not moving an inch. In fact, kind of looks like a Logia crust sleeping in water.
I'm swimming!
Are you?
Well,
I think you're trying to swim. But I guess you have a really good grasp on floating.
it feels more relaxing like this. Is this not swimming?
Can you swim over to me then? Guess not.
But it's so fun.
I guess it is. Koku continues to float around while giggling. You really are enjoying this way more than most children I've met.
How can't I? This is actually the farthest I've been from the village.
Really?
Yep. One small step at a time, and one day I'll be able to explore more of the world.
Hey, Koku. I've been wondering for a while now.
What is it?
Why do you want to explore so badly? Even after all the scary stories you probably heard from your dad and the Elder. I'm pretty sure they already told you about the dangers of the outside world, right? I'm not even including your special circumstances.
I guess I just really want to know more what Mom did.
Right. Can you tell me more about her?
She's amazing. Mom always knows what to do and always have the answer to everything I asked. Now, obviously, Dad wasn't always too happy with Mom coddling me all the time, but I think he is just saying that because he also wanted attention. Unlike me and my dad, my mom is actually strong like a boulder. She also looked like one, too.
A boulder?
I don't know what monster she was called, but she looked like a rock when sleeping.
She might be a Basarios. They do like rocks when sleeping since they pretend to be one to hide from other predators. But wow, I didn't actually thought about it.
Huh?
How two different types of true Wavarians could reproduce? Like, would it take on one of the parents' characteristics or be something else?
Oh, this I can answer. I think it's a high chance to be one of the parents, but it can also be a different one entirely. Look at Leo and Ridge. Eh? I remember seeing their parents before, and I can confirm they do not look like them.
Wait, you saw their parents?
I'm older than Leo and Ridge by a year. Eh? Is it that surprising?
Sorry.
I know I'm small, but I'm actually older than both of them. At least that's what the elder my dad said.
I see. But what does your mom do?
She also loves collecting stuff. She was actually the one who suggested we should do more trading.
Really?
I was still very young, but I remember we had a time when we would eat a bag of berries for the entire day. That was during a good day, too.
I am sorry to hear that.
It's fine. Because of my mom, we are able to be more stable now. Even my dad immediately helped. Ever since my mom's death, my dad wanted to help the village grow more through trading so that nobody will ever have to suffer like that again. So that means I need to work harder.
Well, I'm rooting for you.
And you're gonna be my guide one day!
Guide? But
And I just want to be with you.
Is it for more questions?
Why do you assume that I only ask that?
Well, that's all you've been asking me.
Yeah, but right now I have nothing to ask.
That's rare.
Come on, I just want to hang out with you.
Fine, fine. Not gonna lie, I'm enjoying seeing you float around like that.
See, it's actually very comfortable.
So, like, does this mean you're fat?
Aren't I?
Fat enough to float?
I am not a balloon! I didn't want to squash Leo.
How?
He was trying to get in my pants as usual.
What?
I was thinking it might be fun, so I did. I laid on top of him, and he kind of stopped breathing for a bit.
Wow!
That's why I'm aware of my weight around people. One time, I almost fell on Joseph. I was pretty sure he was gonna pop me if I did. Huh? Are you okay? You looked shocked.
I mean, how can't I? I just heard from you that you and Leo almost...
Yeah, and he kind of stopped asking me since then.
I think it scarred him.
I guess so.
Koku looks sad now. I guess that was a bad memory for him. That's so wild to hear. Koku and Leo almost had sex with each other, but stopped because Leo was crushed. I'm not sure what to do with this information. Obviously, we obviously have to bully Leo now. We obviously have to bully Leo.
I lost a bit of weight since then.
You were bigger before?
I wasn't even eating too much. Jeans are a pain.
Considering how both your mom and dad are chubby monsters, I wouldn't even be surprised about it. So I guess that means you're into guys?
Only guys.
Really? That's interesting.
Actually, I do have one question to ask you.
Look, I spoke too soon earlier.
Just one!
Fine, what is it?
How'd you feel if a guy likes you?
I actually... real quick personal story, I actually experienced that. Someone actually asked me that. Like, how would I feel if someone had a crush on me? Someone genuinely asked me that. And that was actually my answer, flattered.
Eh? You don't need to answer if it's too personal.
I mean, I'd be flattered.
Wait, you're into guys too?
Well... Give a size, I nod my head twice. I look up only to see Koku giving a big smile. Should I say something right now? Should we tease him or question him? How badly do we want to bully him? I don't want to bully him at all, though. Tease him! Maybe I should tease him for this. I think he knows what he is asking to, and I can plainly see it. So the reason you wanted me to be your guide is so the both of us can have some alone time?
Well...
Should I be worried about being crushed like Leo?
You're asking as if I want sex immediately.
You're clearly hinting it.
No? Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes. I want to have sex one day with someone special, too. But not right now. I was mostly wondering if you have a boyfriend.
Ah. I jumped the gun on that one. No, I'm single.
Really? Then can we...
Hey! Slow down there. I just met you for less than a week. Let's get to know more about each other first.
Right.
He's smiling from ear to ear now. I am flattered to know he likes me. But I guess that means I am also really comfortable around him. I think Koku is starting to like me even more. Come on, let's teach you how to swim properly.
Oh, is this what they call a first date?
No! I can leave you here there floating all day, you know.
Yeah, but my dad will hunt you down.
Fine.
Yeah.
We spent our entire day swimming a bit more. Koku is really easy to teach and a very fast learner. I guess these are the ones called prodigies. In any case, this will be an important skill for him to use in the future when he eventually sets off. Once we both noticed it was getting dark, we decided to pack up and head back. You got everything?
All here.
I checked all the things I brought, making sure my bag is still here too. Got everything too, but why do I feel like I'm forgetting something?
Must not be important if you forgot about.
Maybe.
What?
We're supposed to be here to inspect the area? Work on your appraisal skill thing?
Oh. That.
Don't stay silent!
What do you want me to say? I forgot. I was having fun too much, and you were having fun too. Touching me all over.
Where is this coming from?
Payback!
For what?
For being mean to me.
What are you, 12?
Keep treating me like one.
Maybe because of instinct?
Is your instinct to run away from a monster?
You're really perceptive sometimes. Never mind, he's not giving Kunosuke, he's giving Jun Kobayashi! And I love it!
Dad says that too. The Elder also told me I'll be able to surpass my dad one day. That's why I need to prove to Dad and the Elder I can take care of myself out there. I have to, for Mom.
Koku.
We should head back. I don't want everyone to worry too much.
Right. Koku and I hiked back to the village. The trip was a quiet one since both of us are really tired. We did make some small talk here and there, but it ended up being a silent walk. Once we got to the village, Koku stopped me for a bit.
Hey, Asher? Do you have a second?
Sure, what's on your mind?
Are you gonna come back when your quest is done?
Koku, well...
I really like being with you today, and I don't think I've ever felt this happy with someone else before. I want to keep being with you. So, promise you will come back, okay?
Well, I don't know if I...
Promise me!
Okay! I promise to come back for you.
This is really the best day ever.
Isn't that a bit shallow?
I can't help it! I told you already, you're really my perfect guy. And I don't want to lose you either. I know how hard it is if you love someone and they're not here. I keep seeing it every day.
Koku.
That's why I want to make sure you're here too!
Crouched down and held Koku's hand. We all got responsibilities, but that's why we make time for what we love. I'll make sure to see you again once I'm done with my quest here. Just don't do anything reckless, okay? And that's something you can promise me.
I promise. Thank you. I better get back. My dad might be looking for me now.
Please. I don't want him knocking on my door tomorrow for keeping you up.
Yeah, I will.
Koku then gave me a hug. I hugged him back, feeling his scales and clothes on my skin. He immediately let go and ran back home. I'm not sure why, but I guess I am really falling for him too. But I also want to take it so know if he is indeed the right man for me. Took a deep breath to compose myself, then I walked back home. I lit the candle up and noticed there was some food on the table left for me. A note was on it as well. I hope you had fun, young Asher. Please have some food for the night to fill your energy for tomorrow. Good night, Elder. Thank you, Elder. Quickly finished my food and cleaned up. Didn't eat lunch at all, so I was extremely hungry. Once I was done, I laid down on my bed and felt all the pain from swimming onto my body. Went to sleep early while thinking about what to do so I can see Koku again after this is over. We're gonna leave off here tonight. Alright. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.